I think one or two of the best things a lot of people can do right now in the climate or the state that the American economy is in is to work remote, work fully remote, right? Do something online, whether, you know, it's digital, it's virtual, some sort of administration, computer science, anything that's that bases your income solely off of you having internet and a working device, whether it's your phone or a laptop, right? Truly working virtually or digitally. Because I'll say this, it brings flexibility, right? It sincerely and truly brings flexibility. The next thing would be then to relocate out of the States. Whether you slow travel, you would like to pick up and go, to have no visa obligations, maybe every 2 to 3 to 6 months, or you fully relocate to another country long term, that will enable you to have more options because you're now flexible with what your income could be due to cost of living differences, right? So, a lot of times when people are moving or at least traveling abroad, they can cut their income. That means you can cut the need to work a minimum amount of hours, right? You may not have to work full time, or you may only need to work one job if you're used to working 2 or 3, So that brings flexibility. And that flexibility is important, guys. You need flexibility to worry about your health, right? You need flexibility to worry about your relationships, your mental clarity, your peace, and get a sense of different, social exposures, right? Get the lay of the land in different places of the globe. That's a plus too. While you're maintaining your living. So nobody, I'm not gonna say nobody, but most people who are traveling like this aren't rich, aren't well off. Now, a lot of people who are retired, right? They may have more quote unquote means of that flexibility because they don't do any sort of work, but they made it to retirement. They've done their due diligence to get to a certain place in life, which many of us, obviously strive to do that. But in the interim, even if you're in your 20s, travel and or move abroad, work remote. We're in 2026. And I will say this to people who are looking to go to college or in college and undecided, get into computer programming, getting to AI generation, getting to UX development, anything that is web-based, right? Website development, gaming, Scrum, Agile, workflows, from a project or program management base. Get into stuff that allows you to both work anywhere in the world or at least regional, to give you options between different countries, and or the ability to scale your income due to your working capacity or your experience in one of those remote based type of industries. That's just the world is moving now. That's where we can bring more of a sense of security. You know, morning, how you doing? All right. That's how you can bring more of a sense of security, you know. And guys, we need that in our life, you know. Crossing the street. We absolutely need that in our life. And it's good to have, you know, multiple streams of income, which is secondary. That's a secondary kind of plus. But if you have something that could provide you, you know, if you're single, if you have something that could provide you $1,000 to $1,500 a month. If you're a couple, maybe $500 or more, maybe put you at $2,000. A family and your kids aren't in school, you know, $25,000 to $3,000. You know, a lot of that stuff can be full-time, if not part-time, with one job. But there's options, man. Once you know, that's like, I look at what I can control, man. And, you know, getting a job nowadays is hard. Getting a full-time job with needing to make $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month because you have a family of 3 somewhere in the States, you know, it's hard, man. So there's different options, man. The world is so big and we don't got to struggle. Traveling is great insight. Moving and living in different places is great. Secure that income. You know, look at different websites, job boards. But go remote, go virtual/digital, whether it's content creation or something more industry-based. And leave your origin country, man. Check out the globe.